Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. So this is the first provocation. I told you that I would do this process and I will do it. Now it won't be perfect, it will not be perfect, but I've got to get it started. So this is going to be short and it's going to miss loads of things, but I'd rather get it started. And you can give me feedback on what you think is good and what you think is bad. All right, so I'm going to get started. So we're going to look at My Family and Other Animals and actually Prospero's Cell by Lawrence Durrell. Okay, so they're brothers, obviously, and they both lived on the island of Corfu when they were younger in the 1930s. And they both wrote reflections on their time there. In 1945, Prospero's Cell was published by Lawrence Durrell. As you can tell, it might be more literary. Prospero is a character from Shakespeare, and so there's definitely a lot of literary allusions, although it is non-fiction. Much more small readership, much harder to read, not so popular. Lawrence Durrell, on the other hand, who was much younger than Lawrence Durrell, published My Family and Other Animals in 1956, and it was a massive bestseller. Very, very popular. Okay, and it's still popular. It's been made into 3 different television series. As you can see from the dates, in fact, the Durrells is still. I think they're about to issue the 4th series, so incredibly popular. Right, so I'm going to make a major shift here. The World War II. We all know that. 1939 to 1945. But what is important to know is that the post-war period was significantly important to the world, but it's especially important in Britain. As you can see, Harold Macmillan said that we'd never had it so good. He said that Britain in 1957 there was great prosperity all over the country, and he's correct. It was if you wanted a job, you could get a job. There was very little. It was almost 100% employment in 1957. And the 1960s as well, by the way. So, this was part of what was called the post-war consensus. Labour and the Conservatives had broadly similar policies. They all believed in a strong welfare state, good education for everyone, strong unions. And it was only until the Margaret Thatcher government of 1979 that ushered in our modern world that we have today, where everything's being privatised. It's called small state politics, and that idea of supporting everyone has kind of gone, or trying to get rid of it, if I'm honest. All right, so let's return to tourism. Already by 1950, 1 million Britons were travelling abroad. Okay, if we move forward in time, Gerald Durrell. Oops, I've taken the photo out of the other one, but never mind. Gerald Durrell was responsible, or was blamed for, transforming Corfu from an idyllic backwater into the first mass tourism destination for British package holidaymakers from the 1960s. And it was a phenomenon that the writer, Gerald Durrell, who died in 1995, never quite forgave himself for. All right. Now, I've rushed through this. If it was a proper provocation, it might be longer, but my provocation is this: that Western tourism destroys nature and cultures. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.